Distinguished Senator Adams Oshomole, and I want to just briefly talk on those. Number one is I have not seen the Information Minister defending the policies of the government. As a committee oversighting this sector, we've carefully followed this ministry, and I want to tell you, sir, that the minister have performed his job creditably well. And that will go to tell you the level of stability we have in our information space, the media space. Considering the level of economic decadence and our level of challenges in this country, there should have been more agitation in that area. But because the information ministry have been able to disseminate the information and drive the policies of the government, people are really beginning to understand that government is doing much in trying to ameliorate the suffering of the people. So the minister have done very well. All he needed is a support to do this job. And when you come to content creation, it comes with a price. For you to get the best brain, you need to fund it. And that's why one of the most costliest properties is intellectual property. And when you get the best brain to create content for you, it comes with a price. And that is why there's need for more funding in this sector. And when you say, how do those giving zero allocation survive? That is why their case is very pathetic, and there's need for this committee to look into it. Last year, I can authoritatively tell you that Press Council could not pay salary. I oversighted that, and on a rented apartment, for government agency to be on a rented apartment, and they couldn't pay. So it is that pathetic. So they are not surviving. They're just aching out of life, and that is why this appropriation committee need to do something and do it very urgently. It's a pathetic case. Of course, I equally wonder how are they surviving. It's not a revenue-generating entity. They are there to regulate the press, the activities of the press and the media, and they are not generating. And when you come to National Broadcasting Corporation, they regulate the electronic media. And in regulating the electronic media, they are expected to generate revenue. But I can tell you that they have over 100 cases in the court. None of these media are paying because they will normally take them to court. And we are looking at their act to see how we can help them. The National Assembly can help them so that all this backlog of cases that is frustrating them from performing their duties will be reduced. And I know that the repayment bill and amendment will be coming to the National Assembly to help reduce the court cases. So I can tell you that these agencies need maximum support to perform their duties. How can they perform their duty? You mentioned about the personnel component of the NOAA. NOAA have 774 offices across the country. They have offices in every local government. If I would challenge you, sir, you can visit your own office in your own local government and check the NOAA office. See how dilapidated those offices are. Some of them all their agencies, all their staffs have retired and no replacement. So this industry, this agency needs maximum support to perform their duty. I can tell you the days of Mansa have vehicles across all the local government to perform their duties. Today, there is no functional vehicle in any of the NOAA office across the country. How can they perform their job? If you want an agency, a staff to perform that, you provide the tools that will enable him to do this job. It is obvious that we can't function without funds. How can we compete with private entities? The private entities are well funded. They pay better. How much is the staff, the salary of staff of NTA? How much are they being paid? Compare with the private media stations and know if anybody that has something to offer would want to go to NTA. That is why they have the best brain to create the content. It is for a fee. And that's why we are here before this committee to ask that this agencies be properly funded. And we've made recommendation. And if we want to look at it critically, we know truly that these people are not done badly. NTA has their international stations, is on. We are not saying that they're not performing, but they need to be encouraged to do this job better. They are doing very well, and you can agree with me, you tune their station, the content are rich and encouraging, but they need to be competent. They need to compete with the other media of their status. That is what we are saying. And when you come to Press Council, the thing we say, how did they survive? I've mentioned it, they were removed based on Rassanya report. And when they brought their need assessment and their recommendations, they were returned back to budget. That is why they are here, and they have backlog of salary. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I still insist that this recommendation will media be looking to for the national interest. Thank you.
Thank you very much.